Hi everyone, Sanythe here, and Black Ops 6 has been out for a few hours now in New Zealand, and as such, I've played a little bit of zombies so far, but I think I've played enough to give a decent Day Zero review. Now of course I won't be able to cover every single thing that's in the games at the moment, so I'll make a more updated kind of video of this after a few days. Now for starters, we've already seen the intro cinematics, they were shown as trailers previously. I didn't really notice anything new for either of the maps, and you actually pick your loadout after the cutscene, which is kind of weird. The cutscene, I believe, only played if you're in solo. But on the topic of loadouts, I saw that people were worried about it being overpowered, like in Cold War. But at the moment, that's not the case at all, and I love it. Unlike in Cold War, I've been spinning the mystery box for better weapons. However, for the most part, around 12 to 13-ish, you can end up with a blue rarity weapon if you're only using your loadout gun. Otherwise, it is just better to spin the box, in my opinion. Now, something that had me strangely happy was that guns were actually kind of weak. It's not like you could just pick up any gun and it would be amazing off rip. At least that wasn't my experience. I also want to briefly mention that the dedicated crew, while it wasn't a major impact on the game, even in solo when I was playing as Grey, there was some decent character interaction between her, Peck, and Strauss, which was really nice to see. Next, I want to talk about the maps individually. For starters, Liberty Falls. I think it's getting an obscene amount of hate, which while criticism on how it looks and everything is fine, I think the map's fine for what it's trying to be and what it is narratively. Liberty Falls is a simple, easy-to-learn map, and honestly, it's probably the map I'll play the most for a bit, just to camo and XP grind, especially since there's no Easter egg quests enabled at the moment. Now, this map also has dog rounds, just like Terminus. However, this map also just has the spider spawn, as opposed to where in Terminus, it's the flying pests. Liberty Falls also has the abomination spawn as the occasional boss, whereas Terminus has the amalgamation kind of thing, whatever it is. Now, as for the atmosphere, I think it's pretty good. Ironically, the only thing I don't really like is the little storm clouds that they added. They feel a little out of place, but it's a minor thing that doesn't bother me a huge amount. I also tested out if it would strike the ground while I was underneath it, and it didn't, which isn't that surprising, but something I figured I'd note. It's gotten slightly gloomier than it used to look when they first showed it to us, but it still fits the overall look of the map well. You can also find the occasional zombie trapped under a car, which kind of tells the story of the panic unfolding during the very recent outbreak. And another quick thing to note is zombie models between this and Terminus are different and are catered to each map's locations, which I really liked. Just off my first impression, keep in mind this is without Easter eggs enabled, so we can't even experience the entire map yet. I would give Liberty Falls a 7.5 out of 10. Now that sounds low, but that's only because I like the more complicated maps like Origins and all that more. And although I said I'd be playing this map more, that's more for convenience sake than it is because it's a better map. Just because it's more of a casual map, so camo grinding is going to be easier on this. But who knows, that might change when the Easter egg's fully out, because, I don't know, maybe the map gets a really cool change or something like that. I don't know, we'll have to see tomorrow. Now, moving on to Terminus, I didn't get to explore the entire map yet, since it's so massive, but from what I saw, I really like how it just looks like zombies. The map is dark, which makes it more moody, and there are a lot of narrow passages, which if you're not careful, can really punish you. Now, the starting room picks up directly from the end of the cutscene, and as soon as you walk out, you see someone being attacked by a zombie, and they drop a gun on the ground. And the fact that you can actually pick up the weapon, and that it's different each time, is really cool, as it adds more than just feeling like a scripted attack. Now, as stated before, this map is massive. There's also a surprising amount of traversability, like this is just straight up jumping into the water. I thought I'd get stopped by an invisible barrier, or not be able to mantle that, but nope, I just fell in and swam around. Then I got absolutely decimated by whatever the hell this tentacle thing spit at me. And on around round 15 or so, an amalgamation or whatever this thing is, spawned in and was really tanky. Now, one of my favorite things so far about Black Ops 6 as a whole is that the Wonder Fizz will only spawn after round 25, and this means that before round 25, you have to actually learn their perk locations, which is something I never felt like I had to do in Cold War, and it's amazing. I love it. Now, like I said, I didn't get to experience a huge amount of the zombies yet, so my opinions are subject to change, but I can say pretty confidently that Terminus is a good map, with a good atmosphere, and I can only imagine it being a lot more fun once the Easter egg is active. Right now, it's a good 8.5 out of 10. I was going to give it a 9, but I feel like that's just a bit too high. Now, there's also supposed to be an Easter egg song on each map, but I didn't look for those yet. I might make a video later on it if I end up finding them while I'm playing. With all that said, I hope you guys enjoyed. Like and subscribe for more Black Ops 6 Zombies content soon, and have a great rest of your day. Adios.